B-boy. From the old to the new, still a B-boy. Too bold for the school, still a B-boy. East coast to the west, B-boys worldwide, we supposed to be blessed. Still a B-boy. From the old to the new.
Michigan is known for having some of the most talented and unique MCs. While most people are aware of Detroit and Flint artists, there is talent in the other cities in the state too. Today, I have an underground legend from the Murder Mitten from Kalamazoo, Skitzo.
What's up, man?
So I always start my interviews the same. Do you remember the first time you heard hip hop?
Yeah. My uncle brought home a KRS-One album. It was My Philosophy.
Classic.
And the first, I think, 30 bars is all a cappella.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So I'm like, what is this? You know, it caught my attention. I couldn't move, and I'm sitting there stuck still. I'm like 4 or 5 years old. It was the moment I fell in love with rap.
Right.
All right. I didn't fall in love with hip hop until later in life when I got to experience the culture as far as the clothes, the DJing,
Right.
you know, the graffiti, right? Because that's the culture. That's hip hop. Rap
Right.
is what hip hop is the culture, right? So
Yeah.
but that's KRS-One really was my first introduction to rap, and then you know LL, Ice Cube, NWA, E40, MC Breed, NATAS.
Rest in peace.
Esham, yeah.
When did you get to the point where you were just a fan and then you thought, maybe I could do this? Did you start writing? Did you start rapping first? When did that all come together?
Man, I always knew I could do this. It's crazy because even when I first, like, I would mimic Ice Cube's raps. I would go in the mirror and rap the Fushnikis, X-Clan, Brand Nubians, whoever I was into at that time. I was always mimicking them. So this is how I got started, man. I mean, I know this question is probably gonna come up, but I'm gonna go ahead and answer it because it sparked a nerve. You know, I grew up, my mom and her friends would get drunk on the weekends, have parties.
Right.
And my mom would say, you know, watch my baby, he can rap, come on down here. So I go downstairs about midnight because I was still woke, because I'm a badass kid.
Mm-hmm.
And I would do LL Cool J's I'm Bad rap. And all her friends were like, give me money.
Oh, shit.
Right? Like, give me some change, give me like $2 or $3 probably, right?
Right.
But that was the first time I got paid to perform. And I was bit. I knew right then.
Right.
I was like, oh, I'm going to do this.
Right.
So I was always dancing or just had a joke or something to be the attention getter because I knew I could do it.
It could be the life of the party.
I knew I could be the center of attention, and not just like in a negative way, though. Like in a way that people would be joyful and happy and appreciative.
Right. So at what point did you come up with the name Skitzo?
Man, my friend gave me that name. Well, he ain't even my friend no more. We fell out in 2007. But it was, I used to be in a group, Merc Records.
All right,
And,
right. I remember.
I was in a group, Merc Records, and the guy I was rapping with at the time caught me talking to myself. He was like, man, you schizo. And so I looked it up, and it was lost from reality. You know, someone not in touch with reality. And I was like, shit, that's me. I am schizo.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like an alien. I always felt like I didn't belong, like I was different.
Right.
You know, that's where I get the phrase ghetto nerd from.
That's a great title for that EP.
I was in the hood, but I was reading books.
Mm-hmm.
I was like the one black kid in advanced algebra. You know, you go to these classrooms and it's like French 3 and 4 or AP English.
Right.
It'd be like 2 or 3 black kids in the classroom full of 30 kids, and I was the one.
Right.
Or because I love information. I've always been a fan of just information.
Mm-hmm. This is farther on, but you brought up the Ghetto Nerd EP. I really like that. Butterfly Effect was always my personal favorite.
That's my favorite album.
That's my favorite album of yours too. But that EP, Ghetto Nerd, I played the shit out of that. So that definitely number 2 for me.
I appreciate that. shout out to Lim Bones, a producer from Flint. He produced that whole 22-year-old young white kid.
Yeah.
With swag. You know, I'm talking about, you wouldn't even know, you think he was Timberland, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to Lim Bones, man, who produced that whole EP for me. And it was sporadic. He did one song off the Lucid Dreams album, Make It On Our Own. And then he sent me some beats, and I just had this voice to get out at the time. And he caught me at the right time. Like, so The Ghetto Nerd was the last EP album I've done. I've done 200 singles, 200 features since the pandemic started with other artists. You know, I do a lot of collabs. I've done over 500 collabs in my career. Probably more than that, but you ask some people, I collab a lot.
Yeah, I noticed you. I've seen you on other people's artists, and actually my swan song and my group Rearranged, you were on our album, you were Mastamind, so you obviously are doing features.
I collab a lot, man, and I love it though.
I always did too.
I love it, man. I love collabing. You know, I hate when I gotta charge people because, you know, I put that work in. Some people, I had a guy hit me up the other day. He was like, man, you want to collab? I said, yeah. So he sent me the music. I like the music. I said, okay, now we got to discuss business. Hit him with the price. He kind of got upset. And I'm just like, what did you think? You know, when I put this work in, first of all, I don't want to let Esham down, right? And I know Mastamind plucked me, but Esham knighted me, right? Kind of like he knighted Mastamind and TNT. When Esham put me on the NATAS album, the last NATAS album, the last time you're going to hear TNT rap, R.I.P. the GOAT, TNT, right? When Esham did that to me and took me on tour, he knighted me. He pushed me off the front porch.
Right.
And now I'm in a situation where I love Jelly Roll, I love Buckshot, I fucking love ICP because they booked me for the Gathering 10 years.
Damn.
A lot of people ain't performed on the Gathering stage 10 years. I performed on every stage at the Gathering, every stage, including the freestyle tent. Every stage.
You did the whole round around the world, yeah.
Every tent you could think of, a main stage, second stage, you name it. I've done it, man. You know? So of course I'm gonna charge you for
it's stupid. People want it for free.
I put the work in. And I got an actual fan base who love me, and I have to honor that.
Right.
I have to honor those people. I have to honor them, man.
So when did you get to the point where you wanted to put a cohesive album together, going to find a place to record? Did you start at home, or did you find a local studio?
That concept came from in high school and growing up under people like UGK, E40, that whole out of the trunk hustle, right? I didn't know what out of the trunk was until UGK, E40 and them showed me, or Master P and them showed me, oh, you go to the studio, you record on a tape, you sell tapes in the high school hallways. Now this is how you make your money. You sell your tapes on your bus at the party. You sell your tapes to the dope dealer on the corner. So I didn't know about selling tape. I was just rapping, right? And then I found out you could put it together. And then I always knew how a song was supposed to sound, but I didn't know about bars. I just knew it had to have a chorus, you know, a verse, but I didn't know like, 16s and 8 or all that. I didn't know, man. When we first started rapping, my verse was like 40 bars.
Yeah,
60 bars.
I did the same thing. I just write some long ass thing, right?
I just rapped. And then when I was done. Here come the chorus. Right. So it was just like, when I saw other people doing it, that's when I knew I can do it. I never felt like, oh, if E40 can do it, that's just them. I couldn't do it. I felt like, hey, he put his pants on like me.
Right.
Well, he wake up in the morning, stretch, get the cold out of his eye like me. I could do the same thing.
Right.
So
my wife says,
I always believe that.
My wife says something very similar. So my idol growing up in the 80s who really caught my attention was Ice-T. And
Oh yeah.
about 10 years ago, I met Ice-T for the first time, and I'm mad nervous because he was my god as a kid.
I see the shirt.
Yeah, power. Shit, I got a power tattoo. I got an OG tattoo. Wow. I mean, Ice-T's my shit, right?
Yeah.
So I'm mad nervous. And I met other people I really loved. I mean, I met Run DMC, which was mad cool because that was the first hip hop I heard in '85.
Yeah.
I mean, that was cool. Many other people, but I'd never been this nervous because it's like, so I'm pacing. We're in Vegas, and I'm scheduled to meet him. Actually, I bumped into his wife the day before, and I'm like, oh shit, that's Ice-T's wife, Coco. Yeah. So I just happened to have an Ice-T Ryan Pace shirt on, and she's like, oh, can I take a picture of your shirt and send it to Ice? I'm like, yeah, shit, yeah, right. And he texts her back, tell him to meet me here tomorrow night at this time, and I'll kick it with him. Because I was telling her how he was my god. I'm like, wow. Oh shit. So that night that I'm gonna meet him, I'm like pacing, I'm nervous as shit. I need a Xanax. I'm so fucking nervous. Yeah. And my wife just says, he shits on a toilet. He puts his pants, you know, kind of that same thing.
Yeah.
It's just a guy.
Just a guy.
He's just a guy.
Chill out.
I mean, I was still mad and it was still cool, but yeah, I sat there and kicked it with him about a half an hour. It was mad cool.
That's amazing, man.
Yeah.
I mean, you talking about somebody, the inventor of gangster rap, right. One of the inventors. Mm-hmm. And so you say NWA, you got to say Ice-T.
Right. He's
one of the pioneers. 6 in the morning police.
Oh, yeah.
You talking about somebody that was rapping, bro. And what was that movie? Electric Boogaloo?
Breaking. He was in the first Breaking. Yeah, that's 84.
The first Breaking and the second one.
Yeah.
So, and you look at the clothes. You know, that's why people can't talk about how people dress now.
Right, right.
You talk about Ice-T. You saw how he was dressed in those movies.
Yeah, the leather straps and shit.
Come on, man. Yeah.
So you brought up Mastamind before, so I'll slide into that. How did you first, was it through Esham that you got connected with Mastamind, or did you get connected with Mastamind first?
So it was Adam Shepard. Shout out to ASAP Promotions, Adam Shepard, who lives in Florida currently. He's in Florida, but he's from Michigan. So I was doing Blaze Battles. This is where time 8 Mile movie came out. And Blaze Battles is a real big thing.
Right.
You know, everybody was doing Blaze Battles. And I was winning. I was going to Detroit, the shelter. I was winning St. Andrews. The shelter is downstairs, you know what I'm saying? But St. Andrews, Club North in Grand Rapids, the Craft Bar in Kalamazoo, Michigan, the Rap Olympics in Ohio. Nice. I was going to these places where this is before URL TV and King of the Dot and all this other. This is before YouTube, this is before MySpace, and I was winning. So this promoter was booking a show in Kalamazoo named Adam. And I don't know how he started booking shows, but he approached me and he said, "Hey man, I'm booking a show with Mastamind of NATAS. You know who he is?" I mean, which is a legit question though, because a lot of people are consumed with mainstream. He don't know me.
Right, right.
He don't know I grew up on the red and gold tapes. He don't know I grew up on Boom. He don't know that. So when he said it, I was like, hell fuck yeah. Like, hell yeah, I want to do the show, right? So he booked the show. He said, how much? I'm like, damn, okay, I need $300, right? So he paid me for the show. And Mastamind coming to town, 4 or 5 people are booking him for features. He's doing songs with people. I'm like, damn, he getting money. Plus he getting paid to perform. I'm like, man, this is so I'm already learning something. Right. I'm already learning, not knowing what's gonna happen. So Adam come to me, he said, hey man, you want to do a song with Mastamind? I'm like, man, I ain't really got no money right now like that. So we end up doing the show, Mastamind at the show, he in the VIP, he watched me perform. After the show, Adam come to me and said, hey man, Mastamind want to do a song with you. I said, this one Mastamind just did an album with Dice. Nice. I said, are you serious? Yeah. No, not Dice. Poe Hussein.
Oh yeah, Poe Hussein. Yeah.
Not Dice. Sorry, I respect the Dice. I like Dice.
Yeah.
Poe Hussein. So And then I said, yeah, of course. So it was the Boom. I did the Boom. I did that song. And the next thing you know, he said, hey, man, Mastamind want to do an album.
The Orpheus, right?
I call my brother. I go get 2 bottles of champagne from the grocery store because in my mind, I just made it, bitch.
Right, right.
This is a platinum selling torn art. I don't, this is fucking Mastamind. So I do that song. I do an album. The next song I did was About to Get Hurt. Then we did Foundation, and then the Origins just, and then Mastamind was like, hey man, you want to go to the gallery? 2011. I first gathered. I never been. I only heard stories. So my first gathering was main stage. So we performed, a couple thousand people, changed my life. I haven't looked back since. And so that's how it all got started, man. And then, next thing you know, then it was a tour. And then we just, another Orthis, and then shows, and just Mastamind new album, man. Ultimate Warrior is amazing.
Yeah, I got that. I definitely
Shout out
checked
to
it out.
Fatty House and Killjoy. But Mastamind and Hellraiser new album, Ultimate Warrior, is fucking amazing. I love it.
And as you obviously know, I've done 3 different songs with Mastamind, and he's always so mad cool, just a down-to-earth, cool person.
He's one of the most humblest people I know.
Oh yeah, it surprised me. I mean, he was just so humble and cool. You're talking about the Boom and Red Tape and stuff like that. I was lucky. I was over in Wisconsin at that time, but I had a girlfriend who lived in Novi outside of Detroit, and she knew I was a big hip hop head. So she passes me this Boom and Words tape. She's like, check out what's going on here. And that was just mind blowing shit. So, I mean, I was into the Esham NATAS right away because it was so different. I love the West Coast gangsta shit, but what and then eventually, NATAS were spitting was so different, right?
And it was controversial.
Very, yeah. All this
nobody was saying these things,
right?
But I also remember Esham coming to Kalamazoo, dropping off boxes of tapes at record stores, making money. They was buying his tapes straight out because they were selling. Esham, independent artist. So when I see that in my own city, I know I can,
right?
But I don't know how though. But that was how, man.
So like I said before, I love Butterfly Effect. I love the new Ghetto Nerd, newest. And I like Deities a lot too. But what would you say is your best work project-wise?
And I haven't done it yet. My best work has yet to be done. My next project is my best project because I'm still growing and I'm still learning how to get better. I have certain songs, like each album has a song or two that I'm like, this song is timeless. So my next step, I'm working on a book right now too. I'm just going to throw that out there.
Nice.
Book of poems mixed in with my life story. Shout out to Kid Vicious 810 who worked with Project Born on Forever and the Jets.
Yeah, I just got done reading that book because they're actually on next week.
So I'm reading it right now. I'm at the point where Vic go to jail.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So he just got out recently.
What?
Yeah, I just read something on it online. Since he was 17 when he got his life sentence, there's a new law where anyone who was convicted of a life sentence as a minor got retried, and he got out with time served. He's out now.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful thing.
A very beautiful thing. So, yeah, I'm excited to talk to Project Born next week. That's another group, back in the early mid 90s, because I know I heard Losing It because of that Esham on it, because I was snatching up anything with Esham. Actually, I heard ICP.
Yeah.
They had the Beverly Kills EP, and I just bought it because of that Esham on. Then I was like, damn, these guys are even more crazy shit.
Yeah.
So in one day, I might listen to LL Cool J, Public Enemy, Esham, it's such different.
You gotta have balance.
Right. So out of all the Michigan MCs, and there's a lot of great names, who is your, not necessarily who you think is the best, who is your favorite?
Royce,
He's so ill. He's
without a
so
question,
damn ill. Yeah.
it's Royce. I mean, I love him, and then I'm gonna say John Connor
Mm.
from Flint, and then myself.
You made the top 3.
Yeah, I'm in the top 3. In the top 3 without me.
Right.
And that's just the truth.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I'm a lyricist, man. I definitely see folks. I respect different artists for different things. Esham, I respect him for putting his neck on the line,
Mhm.
being the front runner, being the one to say, I'm gonna go against the grain. They gonna go this way, I'm gonna go that way.
Right.
And so he created the wicked shit. Anytime you want to say
Absolutely.
that word, he should get a nickel, right? He
Right.
should get a quarter or something. But he is definitely someone who I don't even put in the lane. Like, I don't compare him with nobody else because he did his thing. ICP, their merchandise, their business,
Right.
you gotta respect every artist, man. Big Sean, you gotta respect every artist from Detroit, Sada Baby, whoever they may be, T Grizzly, whoever they be. But for me, Royce.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Royce the 5.
I mean,
You know,
he's a lyrical genius, no doubt about it. A similar question, who is the favorite MC that you got to work with?
Oh, Jelly.
Oh, you did something with Jelly, bro?
Oh yeah. On Deity's album, me and Jelly got a song, I Lead.
I'll have to revisit that. I haven't heard the album in a while.
So that album got Lil White on it, Power Dice, Mastamind, Jelly Roll. That album loaded.
Right.
That album loaded.
Who that you haven't worked with, if you could work with anyone, who would it be? Money's not an object.
It would probably be Black Thought and the Roots. I would love to collab with the Roots on a song, Black Thought. Yeah. That right there, you know what I'm saying? For me, I'm like, the baddest playing in my generation.
Right.
And Black Thought is a top 3 lyricist, if not number 1 to me.
Yeah,
he never gets mentioned, but to me, there's nothing greater, man.
He's got to be in the top 5. But you're right, he doesn't get named enough as one of those top lyricists. Yeah, he's amazing.
Amazing. I'm talking about above Royce.
Yeah.
And Royce will tell you too.
I'm sure he will.
Out loud, but the boy can go, man.
Right. Shows. What are your favorite 1 or 2 favorite show memories? Something crazy, something that was just good.
Man, every time I go to New Mexico, that area, Santa Fe, Albuquerque, anytime in that area, man, and the energy over there is just, they always match my energy. I love Colorado because that's where my family is at. Like the beginning of, I say, my tour life started in Colorado at the Roxy with Skunk. So LSP, I just love it. But I'm trying to think. Well, what the most memorable thing from the show, I wasn't even performing, but I was there. It was Esham and Mastamind on stage at Harpo's. I think it was Hollow Wicked or something. I forgot what he did. But somebody tried to run on stage and Mastamind grabbed him and just threw him right off the stage. I was like, man, that's crazy, man. Like, I don't know. That was it for me, though.
So now I'm going to get to my second half of my podcast, is always general hip hop questions, because I just love talking hip hop with people who love the art form. So if you could only listen to one MC for the rest of your life, just that one person's catalog, who is that?
Tupac.
Man, ain't a bad pick.
That's easy for me.
Yeah.
It's so many. I mean, it's so much music and it's so many different.
Right.
Tupac.
So aliens land, but instead of some Independence Day shit where they blow us all up, they hear about this thing called hip hop. So they come to you and you have to explain hip hop to them by playing just one song. What one song will get the message across to someone who has no clue what it is?
Man, it gotta be the message. Like Grandmaster Flash, Brother Love, gotta be the message.
That's
Everywhere.
Yeah.
That got to be the message, man.
You see Melly Mel lately? Dude's built like fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger. God damn, I can't believe it.
NFL right now.
Hell yeah. That's super impressive to me.
Yeah, man, it is.
So you're getting sent to an island. You can only bring 5 albums with you. What 5 albums are you bringing?
Lauryn Hill, Miseducation on Lauryn Hill. The Gorillas, the album with when they was featuring with De La Funk, the Homie Sapien, and De La Soul, that album.
Another MC, not enough people talk about Del. I love Del.
What?
He's
That was a beast.
Oh,
That was a beast, man. De La Funk, the Homie Sapien. Come on, that's how I got into Gorillas.
Right, yeah.
Song out because he was on it. Him, that album. I'm gonna say Tupac, All Eyes on Me. And I'm gonna say Biggie, Ready to Die, only because those 2 albums are double albums, so I get double bang for my buck.
Right.
And then for my last one, because I already got Gorillas in there and all that, and I got Lauryn Hill in there for my softness, I might have to switch it all up and go with something like from Motown, Smokey Robinson, or The Temptations.
So now we're doing this or that. I'm gonna give you 2 options. You got to pick the better option in your eyes.
Okay.
This or you can get with that. You can get with this or you can get with that. You can get with this or you can.
Dr. Dre's The Chronic or Snoop's Doggy Style?
The Chronic. Because I can get Snoop. I can still get Snoop.
Right. That's true. You're thinking outside of the box. Double L.
Still get Snoop.
Right.
Yeah.
Esham, Kill the Fetus or Closed Casket?
Closed Caskets. I'll listen to Closed Caskets right now to this day.
Oh, that's an amazing album.
Yeah, that's easy.
Public Enemy, Nation of Millions or Fear of a Black Planet?
People forget how powerful their videos was.
Right.
When you say that, I go right to the video. I'm gonna say Fear of a Black Planet.
A lot of people pick Nation, but I usually pick Fear of a Black Planet.
I'm Fear of a Black Planet.
So yeah. I'm with you. Yeah, I always said I learned more about history from Chuck D than I ever did in high school from my teacher. Amazing.
I met that dude at a urinal.
Oh shit.
For real? College for speaking that. It's crazy.
Crazy. Biggie Smalls, Ready to Die or Life After Death?
Ready to Die. I like the Life After Death. Ready to Die. I would choose that because I slept on that for so long. I didn't really like it at first. But then later, after I got exposed more to Biggie, I went back and I was like, oh, wow, this is hard. Like, this was real street rap. Like this was
real. Yeah, you believed what he was saying.
Yeah.
No doubt. Yeah. Ice Cube, America's Most Wanted or Death Certificate?
Oh, Death Certificate. I bet that till out.
Right. Another Ice Cube, Predator or Lethal Injection?
See, I'm gonna say Lethal Injection.
Wow.
I'm gonna say Lethal Injection because I think Predator had a lot of Dr. Dre production on it. And not saying I didn't like Dr. Dre production, but when it's with Ice Cube, I can almost predict it.
Right.
Because I know what he gonna give him, you know.
Right. Mastermind, Liquid Drano or Dice, Neighborhood Shit Talker?
Mastermind. Now, you know, I gotta ride with the brother.
Right. Nas, Illmatic or Jay-Z, The Blueprint?
Nas. Easy.
You can only listen to East Coast hip hop or West Coast hip hop. Which one you going with?
I'm going with where does Outkast fall in? Where does the South?
Well, you're just getting rid of one. You can keep the South and the Midwest. I'm giving you that.
So that's what I'm saying, because it's starting out. What about Bone Thugs and Harmony and Twister?
They're Midwest. You got that. You just you got to pick between East and West. You're keeping your Midwest.
I'm going West, man. I can't leave out E40.
Right.
I love E40.
Hood movies. You going with Boys in the Hood or Menace to Society?
I gotta go with Menace, man.
That's the ill
I
movie.
love
huh?
Boys in the Hood, but Menace it had me like I go with Menace.
And lastly, the most played out beginning of a rap name, Lil or Young?
Lil.
Too many, both are played out.
Too many both. Yeah, but
Right.
I ain't no Lil nothing, especially from a grown man.
Right. So now my last round, I'm just going to name an artist and you got to tell me the first thing that comes to your mind, no matter what it is.
Okay.
Bushwick Bill.
Man, rest in peace, man. You know, he shot himself in the eye, man. I remember that video. When he
Yep.
jumped that there. Rest in peace. They shot the album cover. That was a real photo.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize that We Can't Be
Yeah, that
Stopped
was a real
cover.
photo, man.
He was really not, ill. Slum Village.
People don't talk about Slum Village. I mean, first of all, you gotta say, rest in peace. You know what I'm
JD,
saying?
man,
Dilla and
amazing.
Slum's so slept on, you know, but man, Detroit, that's the culture. That Now if you talk about hip hop culture in Detroit, that's it. Rapping and money, that's all different. But you can't talk about the culture of hip hop and who put on for Detroit really without saying Slum Village, man.
KRS-One.
That's the teacher. That's a
King-
teacher, man.
Right.
That's the
King
teacher.
T.
You know, slept on. His verse from All in the Same Gang was one of my favorite King T verses. Remember they did that song All in the Same Gang? MC Hammer, everybody.
Yeah, Ice-T was on it, NWA.
Ice-T was on it. King T verse on that song.
He's the first verse. He's the first verse. Yeah.
It was one of my, it was one, I love that verse the most out of those.
Esham.
Oh man, that's you already know, man. You know, Esham is the GOAT, man. I mean, he started this, man, and you can say what you want to say, right? But when it all goes down, Michigan hip hop, even Eminem will tell you Esham should be on Mount Rushmore.
Absolutely.
I saw him dropping off boxes of tapes. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If he would have been, if you would have gave him the machine of social media and all that, back, man, Esham, man.
I've been over.
Yeah.
Ant Banks.
Man, a lot of people don't know about Ant Banks, man. That's West Coast right there.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know about Ant Banks, man. You know, he was real cool with Pac, man. He was in that era. He was a real street dude. And I think that's why his career didn't pop out like that, because he was a real street dude.
Tech Nine.
You know, that's another person up there you got to give that respect to. He's also somebody, now he might have had Travis to help him, whatever, but his talent, man, you know, is pioneer underground. And you talk about somebody who, you know, I love Tech Nine too, because he remember how black he is in a culture where 99.9% of his fans are white, right?
Right.
Honestly. And you know, and to still say things like you're not gonna nigger me, you know, to still be able to be black, you know, break in the colored houses. Like that message is like, I gotta make black people like me. Even though I'm black, I love my people, I'm for my people. But I understand when they look at me, they see juggalos and they don't see black juggalos or Mexican juggalos or Indian juggalos. They just see white kids.
Right.
Like, it's like, no, man, it's more than just that. So I respect Tech.
Speaking of white kids, Eminem.
You know, clever. A lot of people, even Snoop said he's not in my top. Snoop got Rocky.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
But he is in my top. He in my top 10. He in my top 10.
Yeah, he's an amazing lyricist. I mean, writing skills.
Got to be.
Yeah.
Got to be.
Bone Thugs and Harmony.
They invented it, man. They invented what everybody doing right now. That rapping and singing.
Right.
They started all that, man.
Right.
They invented that.
Mastamind.
Everybody. Who?
Mastamind.
I wouldn't even be having this interview with you right now if it weren't for that dude. You know, honestly, it wouldn't be it wouldn't be Skitzo, Michigan. It wouldn't be no 10 Gallons. It wouldn't be no tours.
Mm-hmm.
None of this stuff, everything I was ever able to do is because that dude plucked me.
Right.
And let me ride his coattails.
A couple more. Tretch from Naughty by Nature.
One of the dopest lyricists ever.
Yeah, he's got to be in that top 10 too.
And a
almost.
chopper.
Right.
And clean. If you go back and listen to Naughty by Nature songs, he's one of the dopest rappers, bruh, ever. Low key.
Right.
Tretch is a beast. And he can write.
Right. Oh, he's amazing. Actually, I think sometimes he's underrated when you talk about top lyricists. Because people automatically think about the big pop hits, the OPPs and hip hop arrays, but he's amazing.
He can write those pop songs. He had to get them checks.
Yeah. MC Light.
Oh, she dope, man. She said Kalamazoo in a rap.
Oh, for what song?
I forgot, but it was like, I rocked the party who rocked the party. He rocked the party who rocked the party. It was like
Cold Rock a Party. Cold Rock a Party.
Yeah, she said, freakier than the waters in Kalamazoo. So I said, oh, yeah. But if you go back to listen to Cha Cha Cha,
Ooh.
she'll let you know right there.
Mm-hmm.
She's one of the dopest lyricists.
Insane Clown Posse.
One of the smartest business, two of the smartest business, that they created juggalos, right?
Right.
And now look, it's a religion.
It's almost like a cult.
It's a lifestyle.
Right.
Two white boys from Detroit. So
the merchandise they've moved in the last 30 years, mind blowing.
They got themselves on Dr. Phil, Tosh Brown.
Right, I remember that. Yeah.
Saturday Night Live. Come on, man.
Yeah. Sir Mix-a-Lot.
He's smart, man. He was able to take one song and eat for the rest of his life.
He's still getting checks, yeah, I'm sure.
Well, I tell you what, My Posse's on Broadway is one of the hardest songs ever heard.
And that's actually what I think of when I think of Mix-a-Lot. It's Posse on Broadway.
That's my shit, dog.
And I got one more, Bizarre of D12.
Man, I toured with that dude. He one of the smartest dudes, man.
Mm-hmm.
Low key. He know his shtick.
Right. And he plays it well.
And he got that Detroit hustle.
Mm-hmm.
He gonna eat. He's smart, man. If you look at everybody else in D12, not saying the other, artists aren't active, because I'm sure they are, but on other levels, right? But I know I could see Bizarre. I know what he's doing. He's still out here working, eating. So
mm-hmm.
I respect him, man. He's smart, good dude. I love touring with him. I learned so much
mm-hmm.
from touring with being in the bus with him and Mastamind.
That'd be a fun bus to be in.
Man, the stories.
I can imagine, right?
Yes, it's
so
funny.
Do you have anything to plug? Where can people get at you?
So all you gotta do is type in Skitzo, Skitzo, Michigan. You see my name, and that'll tell you everything about me. I'm everywhere I'm supposed to be.
Right.
So, I don't have to plug a social media. If you got Snapchat, I'm everywhere but TikTok. You know what I'm saying? And everywhere you get your music, Apple Music, Amazon, Tidal, wherever you get your music, Spotify, wherever you get it from, I'm there. Right. Skitzo in the state of Michigan, Skitzo, Michigan. Book coming out, merchandise steady coming out, coloring books, comic books, music. If you don't know, all my catalog, 7 albums online, so many features.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm here for a reason. Right. I made my own lane. I was able to make my own lane doing what I mm-hmm. do, and I'm grateful. I'm grateful.
Yeah, a lot of people don't want to put in the work. A lot of people come and go because they don't want to work.
I'm still working.
Right. Yeah. Well, I appreciate you coming on. Nothing but respect. Thanks again for that feature 5 years ago.
Oh yeah. Let's make another one, man. Let's get another one.
If I get back in the lab, maybe.
Get with me.
Have a good one. Peace.
Peace.
Limbo's on the beat, bitch.
When day comes and night falls, I lost my way, chasing waterfalls. If I knew then what I know now, I would still do the same thing when it's going down.
Cause it made me who I am.
Comes and night falls, I lost my way chasing waterfalls. If I knew then what I know now, I would still do the same thing when it's going down.
Cause it made me who I am. Yeah. This V is not for vendetta. Ain't nobody do a better good fella in this Michigan weather. When they all start yelling, everyone start belling. Their bodies start smelling like it's leftover meat. Reheating in the street, laying at your feet while you trying to be discreet. But you know you gotta face defeat, cause niggas bringing the heat. Now I'm right back at it, little asthmatic. Eye for an eye, trying to look back at it. We all got habits, everybody gotta have it. Swing a Louisville slugger saying, hey, better, doesn't really matter. Over chit-chat and disaster. Shogun master, itty bitty rabbit trying to run a little faster. Buckshot spray when the shotgun blasting. Hallelujah, everybody say your prayer in my circle. Black nerd or a real young ghetto Urkel. I could be spiteful and a little hurtful. In high school, I was selling dope past curfew. Pop's not around, so I raise myself. I don't need help from nobody else. Whole lot of drugs, lot of bad health. Live life to the fullest, but I do it to the death. Don't believe the hype shit be nice. I'm out here grind, trying to live my life. Get hit from a white girl just like headlights. And fuck these stereotypes, I'm bad. Shoulda, coulda, woulda, and I know you mad. I got this shit wrapped in the bag. When day comes and night falls, I hope you give it the best you have.
Day comes and night falls, I lost my way chasing waterfalls. If I knew then what I know now, I would still do the same thing when it's going down.
Cause it made me who I am.
Comes and night falls, I lost my way chasing waterfalls. If I knew then what I know now, I would still do the same thing when it's going down.
Cause it made me who I am. Open the shut case, in my mouth I got a bad taste. I don't like what I see. Niggas still dying by the hands of the police. Middle fingers in the air yelling fuck peace. Projects and trailer parks, man that shit's the same. Food stamps and reparations, man that shit's the same. And this ain't no game, cause obviously I don't do this shit to get rich. I got content and I'm lyrical, so listen to the message, bitch. I got purpose and you worthless. And your manhood, I see you searching. On the inside, you falling apart, but you tough as hell on the surface. It's all a mirage, now I'm on my job. All my day ones is in my squad. I remember when we all started and we built the studio in your mom's garage. Now look at us, getting drunk, sneaking bitches on a tour bus. 2 of us died, now it's 4 of us. Keep speaking the truth and there be more of us. X-Clan, vainglorious. You can't tear me down or break my pride, cause I done came too far. Both blacks and whites, they'll stab me in the back, and I don't have a scar. I'm flawless, I'm the maestro and I'm lawless. I got this in the bag, so when day comes and night falls, give it the best you have.
Day comes and night falls, I lost my way chasing waterfalls. If I knew then what I know now, I would still do the same thing when it's going